Hi, Joe Bonnier for FastPitchPower.com. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate a routine of exercises that you can do during the season. It requires only one piece of equipment, minimal space and minimal time, whether you're an individual or a coach looking to install some strength and conditioning at the beginning or end of your practices. It's going to take about 10 to 15 minutes as we go through this routine. Video won't last that long, but the routine, when you install it, should. It's 4 exercises, total body, upper body specific to the upper body strength specific to the muscles responsible for upper body posture and arm durability, especially for throwing athletes, super important. Core strength specific to rotational power, lower body strength specific to lateral movement, and lower body strength specific to linear movement or movement straight ahead. So all very softball specific benefits installed in this very simple routine. I recommend if you're a coach, you take, again, up to 2 times a week, 10 to 15 minutes at any time during practice to get your athletes fit when you have time to do so, specifically in March, when you're not going to have time, April, May, and beyond because of a game schedule, right? Invest, again, 20 to 30 minutes a week getting your athletes as fit as you can, strong as you can, to ensure that they stay durable throughout the rest of the season. All right, and if you're an individual, hopefully I can convince you that this is something you can easily do at home. For coaches, individuals, parents, assistant coaches, exercises that are technically relatively easy to do, easy to instruct, and to make sure that your athletes are doing properly. So let's get to the 4 exercises, and I'll try to talk you through the coaching cues and the softball-specific benefits. Okay, first exercise is an upper body row. I'm going to attach my band to some kind of stable anchor. I'm going to grab my foam handles on the cook band and step away, assume an athletic position. First move is to pinch, pull, and pause. Reach. Pinch, row, pause, and reach. Upper body row with a pause. Make sure your athletes feel this between their shoulder blades. And reach fully. Again, good strength exercise for the muscles in the upper back that are responsible for posture, shoulder mechanics, and durability of shoulder, elbow, and wrist. And next exercise. Core exercise specific to rotational power. I'm going to get in an athletic position with my feet outside shoulder width, kind of like a hitting width stance or batting width stance or a fielding width stance. All right, again, feet straight ahead, outside my shoulders. I'm going to stick my butt back a little and bend my knees. I should be in a very strong athletic position here. My arms are going to be straight from my body. I'm going to start long and I'm going to stay long, hands separating away from my body. Upper body rotating here. Upper body rotating through the shoulders. I'm not moving my entire body. Okay? We're really going to feel this in the core. Grab the handles, palms on top of these loops, as you will with the cook band. Athletic position, wide stance, arms away from the body. Start long, stay long. Rotate through the shoulders, not through the entire body. Butt back, knees out. Start long, stay long. Okay, good tempo. 1, 2, 3, out. 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3, out. 1, 2, 3, back. Standing band tight rotation. You're going to do X number of reps, 8, 10, facing one way. Make sure you face both ways. Row, standing band rotation. Next exercise. I do have to switch up the attachment. This is why this band is so valuable, because I can do such. All right, it allows me to do a variety of exercises. I'm going to stick the padded end here through the loops. Again, around my stable attachment. What I've now done here is given myself an agility belt. I'm going to loop this around. It's padded so it's comfortable. Loop this around my waist. I can now work on lateral movement. Okay, I have 2 lines here kind of as a gutter to jump over for this next exercise, lateral bound. Okay, you're going to do this exercise again facing both ways. Start in an athletic position, push off the outside leg, okay, cross whichever line or distance you have designated. Stay in an athletic position. 8 to 10 out and back, face both ways. Last exercise here. So that exercise is specific to moving strength and stability and change of direction ability, moving sideways. Next exercise, I'm going to start with my feet beyond this line, is a reverse lunge. I'm going to step back, then step forward. Here, as opposed to weights pulling me toward the ground, this belt is pulling me backwards. So all the muscles, the muscular teamwork here is responsible for specifically propelling my body forward, which is really important. It's really specific to running and movement on the field. Again, start tall, okay, step back, touch the knee down, finish tall. Drive the hips forward, body in a straight line. Start tall, step back, touch the knee down, finish tall. You can alternate. You can do 8 to 10 on one leg, or alternate. So you've done 8 to 10 on both legs. Tap the knee down, finish tall, squeezing the butt. Your hip muscles, are which your glutes and your hamstrings will cooperate to extend the hips fully, which is really important if you're a fan of fast pitch power, have followed my videos. Is super important for not only running speed, but also proper pitching mechanics and a push-off during the early phase of the windmill delivery. So hip extension, super important. There, that's the routine. That's it. Upper body row, tight band tight rotation, a lateral bound with band-resisted lateral bound, and then band-resisted reverse lunge. You're going to do 8 to 10 reps each station. You can set up this again wherever you want in your house and do it however you want until you've done 3 to 4 rounds of each exercise. As a team or as a coach, you might want to start with the first setup or arrangement, so your athletes will do the row and tight rotation together because it requires the same setup against whatever fence or pole you have. Right? Have your group of athletes, however many bands you have or however many stations you have, complete those 2 exercises. Switch the band attachment, right, and then complete the next 2 exercises. Lateral bound facing each way, and then reverse lunge, again 8 to 10 each leg. So a very softball specific routine at home or after practice. Start with 8 to 10 reps of each, 3 to 4 times around. It's going to be 10 to 15 minutes total for you individually or with your team at the end of practice. To make it harder, the only way we can do this really is to increase reps per set. So you go from 8 to 10, 3 to 4 times around, to 12 to 15 reps each station. Okay, 2 weeks of 8 to 10, 2 weeks of 10 to 15. Then you can add more rounds. Instead of doing 3 to 4 rounds, you can go 4 to 5 rounds of the circuit. You can also do it with less rest. If you find yourself having to take breaks in between stations at home, you can increase the intensity throughout the season, if this is going to be your at-home workout, by decreasing the amount of reps, decreasing the total time it takes you to complete the whole routine. Right? If five rotations of 12 reps each station takes you 15 minutes, next week try to bring that down to 14 minutes. Okay? Don't rush through the exercises. Don't compromise technique or form. Do them correctly, but there are ways to, again, ensure that you're getting more fit while at least maintaining your strength and other capacities like balance and agility. All right? Hope this was valuable. Again, I try to balance the ideal recommendations or the ideal advice like the off-season training program and what to do if you do have a gym available with something as practical for practice or at home as doing a total body routine with the Cook Band. The Cook Band's available through our site. If you go to our store, it'll be linked to an equipment catalog. You can purchase the Cook Band there. Again, they're not expensive. In this example, I'm using the pink band, pink resistance, which I think is medium. There's purple, which is light or beginner, pink, and then a variety of other colors. I think pink is the best choice for most athletes of most ages. It's flexible enough for younger athletes, and you can adjust the distance you stand away from the attachment to make it harder for older or stronger athletes. I use the pink more often in my gym, and again, I'm working with 8th graders all the way up through senior and college athletes. So that would be my choice if you're going to buy a few for your team.